Hello and welcome to episode 58 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with QPR once again. And since you were last with us, which was the Crystal Palace game, we've been unbeaten until our most recent game. We beat Sunderland 4-1, Millwall 2-1. An impressive win against Sheffield United 2-0. We beat our rivals Brentford 3-0, beat Portsmouth 2-0, and then we've just lost 2-1 to Cardiff in a bit of a shock result, especially considering they were down to 10 men for the entire of the second half. So that was a bit disappointing, but we're back now with the game against Portsmouth in the third round of the FA Cup, and then we have Huddersfield as well. The form has left us top of the table by 9 points. So we are in a very strong position at the moment, and hopefully we can continue that. Also, weirdly, we're close to a QPR record for most wins in a season. The current record is 26, which seems really odd considering they've been promoted a lot of times and they play 46 games in a season. Just seems really low to only have ever won 26 games in a year. Like, if we sort it by games won. And that was well, two of the years they've done that was when they had 42 games in this season. So like when they got promoted in 2010, that was off 24 wins. It just seems really odd to me. I don't know. Let's get into this game against Portsmouth. Okay, so the lineup for today, as discussed, Christensen is now our cup goalkeeper. Mensah coming in at right back. Charles Williams and Philpott getting a chance at left back. Masengo and Casata are still the holding midfielders with Forson on the right, Akalde through the middle, Chair on the left, and Gallego coming in up front. Scarlett has continued his very, very good form. I think he's over 20 goals for the year now. So Gallego getting a chance to come in and try and show what he can do as well. Because it's been unfortunate for him, really. He's been out of the team through no fault of his own. Just Scarlett's form has been too good to not let him play, really. As we get the ball here off Portsmouth, Mensah sends it inside to Akalde. It's gone back out to Mensah. Possibly should have gone through the middle, but it's inside Forson, who plays it across. It's behind Chair. But he's going to play it back with Philpott, and it's gone inside Masengo. And Casata exchanging the ball. And now Akalde with a chance to try and play it through, but he plays it back to Masengo. And then Casata gives the ball up really easily. And Twine through on goal through some very poor play there. Casata just gave them the ball and gave them a chance to run at us. We've now got a free kick on the edge of the area with Akalde. Oh, and he hits the post. Gallego trying to be the first man to it after the strike, but doesn't quite manage to get there. And so far, it's been a game they've actually had a few more chances than us. Chair whips the ball in, Broadbent heads away, and Akalde is going to be first to that one. He sends it back inside with Williams and Philpott. We've got a bit of space to try and create something here now. Casata looks for Forson on the right hand side. It's a fantastic save from the keeper, but Forson really should be scoring that if he wants to be in the first team. And the ball is headed away by Broadbent once again. Forson is one of these players. He's been asking for first team football. Shortire has been in quite good form since his return from injury, and Forson he's always been all right, but he's not really done what Shortire's done, which makes me doubt giving him that run in the first team, really. Madley now trying to get in on the left hand side, but it's booted away by Chair as far as Rigby, and it comes back forward. Twine is in here, and a fantastic block by Charles once again. And we are looking a little bit vulnerable there, so we're going to just drop that a little bit deeper, just to try and make sure they can't get in behind us quite so often, because it's happened a few times. And we're going to tell them we're not happy with that first half performance, because we're not beating them. We've now got the long throw from Mensah, goes in towards Gallego, but Schofield easily comes out to catch that. Mensah heads it back down to Masengo. Casata tried to play Forson through. That would have been a great chance if he had been able to, but we're back on the ball, and Mensah now going down the right hand side. Masengo with a great tackle, ball in, and it's just over Gallego again. Casata plays it to Philpott. He's got a chance to attack the wing now, but it's got all the way back to Masengo, and it's a ball over Forson once again, and he just gets tackled. That's why you're not starting it week in, week out, Forson. And now the ball forward to Twine, and this time they don't miss. And it's just silly little mistakes that have cost us here. We're going to bring Charles off just because I don't trust the yellow card. We've agreed Mumming can leave if we get an offer of £3 million, because, well, he's asked to leave. So if he doesn't want to be here, as long as we get the money, then he can go. But it all started over a bid. He didn't care when I'd rejected bids for like 2.4 million. The one that he cared about was I'd rejected a bid for £375,000. And that was when he kicked off and agreed 3 million as the price. Chair with a chance there. Gallego finishes it and puts us back on level terms with Portsmouth. And we really don't want a draw. We need to push on now and get the win, because we don't need any extra games in our schedule. When we're on a title charge, we want to be... We either want a cup run into the quarterfinals like we did last year, or we just don't want to have to deal with it, to be honest. We're going to bring Amos on and Rue for Chair, just so that Masengo and Chair are both rested going into the Huddersfield game, which I am kind of prioritising because it's the league. That's what we want. Because we win the league, they're all overwhelmed by me firing them up. The league win gets us to the Premier League. The FA Cup, we're very unlikely to win it anyway. But a run for some extra money in the Premier League, I wouldn't say no to. Mensah heads down to Forson. It's back to Amos. We've got a late chance to try and snatch a win, but Mensah loses the ball. Forson's ended up back on the ball and plays it into Gallego, and a couple of blocks there, important blocks from the Portsmouth defenders. Forson's going to whip the cross in though to the near post, and Rigby nods it on. Gallego picks it up out on the left wing, and he's got to try and beat his man, and eventually he's brought down, which means we've got a chance from the free kick. No, we haven't. And that's going to be full time. So, rather frustratingly, we're going to have to do replay, which is becoming a bit of a theme for us in the third round. I'm pretty sure I've played third round replays almost every year of the save when we've been in the third round. Last year we did. The year before that we didn't, but I also wasn't in charge of that. Lincoln did go to a replay. So we'll be back with the Huddersfield game next. Okay, so we're back now for the game against Huddersfield. We've got 6 changes. Effenberger coming back in goal. Geraldo coming in at right back. Mumin replaces Williams at centre back due to illness. Tripadelli returns at left back. Amos comes in for Masengo in the holding midfield role. And Scarlett coming back in up front for Gallego. Mumin transfer has been agreed. He leaves in February for £3 million, so we will be looking for a centre back during this transfer window who can come in and replace him. And we've got a lot of interest in our players at the moment. There's teams interested in Chair, Forson, although Forson seems to be a loan option for a lot of teams. So this is kind of his chance to prove that he should be in and around the first team, not out on loan. If we don't see enough from him today, then he will be going out on loan until the end of the season, as Smith puts Huddersfield 1-0 up very early on, just through poor defending there from, I think that's Charles, just didn't do anything about Smith running straight past him and giving us a lot of work to do very early on, which is quite frustrating to see. The ball breaks now to Amos. He and Casato are exchanging the ball a little bit there, and a ball to Geraldo on the wing finds him in space. Forson plays it into Acalde, and Geraldo back on the wing. Acalde hits the post, and now we are at a point where what we'd like to do is get a goal quick to get back into this game. Acalde intercepts, plays it to Scarlett, who's broke past his man and hits the strike against the defender. Chair finds Casato. We need something to come from this. Tripadelli shoots just wide. That would have been a fantastic hit had he managed to find the top corner with that. And this is really frustrating that we've had these 6 shots so far. We haven't hit the target once and made the keeper work. Bournemouth are now beating Sunderland as well, which puts extra pressure on us. They're 3-0 up by half time. We're going to tell them we expect a lot more. I'm furious with the playmaking efforts. And hopefully in the second half they can come out and prove me wrong. We have had a shot on target now at least. Let's fire them up as well. And we're starting to have chances, but nothing making a highlight. Let's send Shortire on. I think Forson is going to go out on loan at this point. He's done nothing to prove me otherwise in this match. And I think that's all we'll do for now, because we are going to look at maybe Gallego coming on up front alongside Scarlett if we can't get the lead. Scarlett now with a lot of space. He's got men in the middle with him. He goes past Romeo. Casato from the edge of the box, and he hits it over the bar. And we are just starting to look a little bit desperate in our attempts to get this ball forward. But also we need to be getting it forward. We've got 20 minutes to go, and I think this is the point where, with 15 minutes to go, we make the big changes. So Tripadelli and Geraldo are coming off for Williams and Gallego. And this is where we go all out attacking and try and get back into this game, really, because at this point we just need to get the goals. We can't afford a loss to a team that are in the relegation zone. The ball behind, that's Leighton Stewart. It had to be him. And ridiculously, we're going to lose to a team that are in a relegation battle once again. We lost to Cardiff, who were down there last week. And now we find ourselves losing to Huddersfield, which I find so frustrating. Romeo, Ward, and that was a bit of a dodgy tackle from Williams there, but now Chair finds Gallego and nowhere near the goal. We're going to have to go even more attacking. I think it's already too little too late, and it's going to be a really frustrating result here. Headed back to Effenberger. And I mean, we're playing it to Amos there. Scarlett heads on to Gallego. And now Scarlett having a run, even his shot goes wide of the post, and we are going to lose 2-0 to Huddersfield, while Bournemouth, the team chasing us, win 5-1 away from home. And we are going to have to... That's pathetic from Gallego. We're going to have to come back fighting following this. In the FA Cup, if we do beat Portsmouth, we will play Watford away from home. They are a Premier League team, so it'll be a bit of a tough game. Maybe they'll be focusing on a relegation battle and we can catch them out rotating, perhaps, but that is absolutely pathetic. Throwing the water bottle, demotivating them somehow. We're going to try a team meeting and see if we can tell them this last few games haven't been good enough. I think we've probably just gone how long. If we go from the start of the season, yeah, that's our longest run without a win. And look at this run of green there. We cannot lose it now. We need to keep pushing on. We'll be back for the Cardiff and Newcastle game after the transfer window and see what transfers we made. I might need a few more than I initially thought, just to try and increase our strength in depth a bit more. We end the episode with 6 points clear at the top of the table still, so we're in a good position. We just need to make sure we don't let it slip. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below where you think we need to strengthen, and do subscribe if you're enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.